Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Rainbow Six Siege Operator Guide. In this video, we will be discussing Mira, a defensive operator for the GEO-CTU. She can wield the Vector 45 ACP submachine gun or the ITA-12L shotgun for primaries. For her secondaries, she can wield the USP-40 handgun or the ITA-12S shotgun. As for her secondary gadgets, she can take a deployable shield or nitro cell into the siege. The Vector 45 does below average damage, has the highest fire rate of any SMG in the game as of the moment, and a magazine capacity of 25. Also, the recoil does kick quite a bit, so it might take a few matches to master. As always, I recommend aiming for that one lethal headshot, but since the Vector has such a high fire rate, you might need to tap fire. The weapon shoots so fast that you could empty your entire clip in what feels like a second, meaning you're going to have to reload more often. If you tap fire, you can secure the kill and make it safer for yourself to reload. Also, if you get your kills quicker, that gives you more time to focus on finding the next enemy or helping out your team. The ITA-12L shotgun does above average damage, is pump action, and has a magazine capacity of 8. Use the damage of the shotgun to shut down your enemies in close quarters and to open up murder holes. Now, to the secondaries. The USP-40 does average damage and has a magazine capacity of 12. It's a pretty reliable sidearm, it does nice damage and get the job done, which is really all you need in a handgun. Also, it has very little recoil, so lining up that one headshot you need to just destroy your enemy, it's a breeze. It's easy to do and it's fun. The ITA-12S is pretty similar to its primary counterpart, the only differences are damage and capacity. The ITA-12S does more damage, but has a reduced magazine of 5 shells. If you get in close, this is an easy shutdown on any enemy defender, or attacker, sorry, might be, but the reload time is quite slow, so be careful about when and where you decide to reload at. As for which secondary gadget to choose, it really depends on your playstyle. If you want some extra protection for your team, or to block a doorway, grab the deployable shield. If you want some extra firepower to take out a shield or an explosive to set up a trap, take the nitro cell into your next siege. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, Mira's special ability. Mira can deploy black mirrors, a completely bulletproof, one-way window that can be deployed onto any breachable wall. Once deployed, there's a small red gas canister below the window. If this is broken, the bulletproof glass will drop and the space where the mirror was becomes a window that you and your team can shoot through. Also, enemies can shoot through it too. It's basically just empty space. There are a few important things to know about this ability. The first thing, probably one of the most important, is that you only get 2, so use them wisely. The next important thing you need to know is when the gas canister is broken, it creates a loud noise similar to like what a squirt bottle sprays, like but mist form, like if your cat's like biting you, just spray it on them, but louder and a lot more threatening. But anyways, what this means is that when you go to drop the glass to shoot at your enemies, they will know you're dropping the glass, and they'll have time to line their sights on your head. This means that sometimes you think you're going to get the drop on your enemies, but really they have all their guns pointing at you and will blast your head in an instant. If you don't want this to happen, you need to be a lot more cautious, or maybe let your teammates distract the enemy team so you can just take them by surprise. Anyways, you just have to be careful or you'll end up dead. Now, let's discuss tactics. With mirrors, black mirrors, there are so many possibilities, most of which require teamwork. As for solo tactics, you can keep a watch on one particular side of the objective area, deploy a mirror to cover just a very large area you can just look at, and then just simply watch. Once enemies do show up, drop the glass and shoot them, but like I said, this is kind of dangerous. You might just want to kind of communicate. Other than that, just use your Vector to mow down people. There's not a lot you can do by yourself, which is why Mira is more of a team-oriented operator in my opinion. If you're communicating with your friends, or even randoms if they all have mics, you can still pull off some pretty cool strategies. For example, set up your mirrors and have your team deploy some of their gadgets to set up an ambush. Like smoke, he can really help in the ambushing part. You can also just use the mirrors to make a window so that one of your teammates can watch over and shoot any enemies down if they come into their line of sight. Now for combos and counters, my favorite section of the guides. There are many operators that can combo well with Mira. One such operator is Bandit, who can electrify the reinforced wall the black mirror is on. This basically prevents the mirror from being breached by the outside, by just any of her counters. Because if Thermite or Habiana tries to destroy it, it will just get destroyed by the electrifying device from Bandit. And this can be very useful, especially if it's a close game. Another great combo with Mira is Smoke. Mira can deploy her black mirror overlooking a room. Smoke can use his gas canister to set up a trap. Once enemies enter the room, Mira needs to let Smoke know when to detonate it. This will kill off a lot of enemies, or at least push them back, and give your team more time to kind of resituate themselves to better prepare for the breach. As for counters, Mira has a few. First, it's important to note that if Mira deploys her mirror on a wall that is not reinforced, like just a normal wall, any breaching tool can destroy it, like normal breaching charges, ashes, things, anything. And it will allow them to breach into the room. But most of the time, mirrors, man, that's hard to say, will be deployed on reinforced walls. So the two best counters for Mira are Thermite and Hybiana, both for the same reason. Hybiana can use her Thermite pellets at range to breach the wall and destroy the black mirror. Thermite can deploy his Thermite charges to do really the same thing. I would just go with Hybiana though, since she can do it from a range, which is much safer than Thermite, who has to just run up and hope they don't drop it and shoot him while he's laying down his charge. Another great counter to Mira is Twitch. She can use her drone to go in the objective area and shoot the canister on the mirror. This means instead of a bulletproof window that defenders can watch you and report your location, it's just a hole. Meaning if you get ready, you can just kill the defenders through their own hole. Especially if you have the other side of your team is attacking a different direction, you can just sneak over there to the mirror that is already dropped and kill the defenders from the other side and basically just flank them. Now, that's it for this guide. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like below. And I want to hear from you, because I always like asking questions. I like hearing from the Siege community. Do you like Mira? Will she be your new main? And do you think she will be used more in casual or ranked play? Please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Rainbow Six Siege content. I'm the Battlemoon, and I will see you in the next Siege.